Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. My apologies, I just had to make sure I swallowed that correctly before I started speaking. Um, my name's LowkeyLoki, welcome to my live stream. I was just finishing off a chocolate eclair, which is amazing. One of the best things about um, dairy products in general. But lovely, lovely, thank you very much. Yum yum. But yeah, welcome to my stream today, guys. I've got my hair out today, freshly brushed and conditioned and shampooed. It's on the ball today, guys. It's all good. And I didn't want to like unmute myself going nom 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 because as much as some people like ASMR and that kind of stuff, I'm really not I don't really vibe with that. I don't really like the idea. I don't like watching mukbangers. It's not really my cup of tea, to be honest. Looking rather silky tonight. Yeah, it is. Um, I'm growing it out a lot at the moment, and I'm trying to I want to get rid of all of this from about here down because it's all dyed a little bit lighter. And the reason why is because I used to dye my hair a lot. I used to have black hair. In 2018, my hair was completely just like as dark as night. And as cool as it was, because I looked a little bit like Ozzy Osbourne, when he was younger. I want to go back to my natural hair color, which is what all of this is. All of this color is. All of my roots are. Yeah, I feel like I look a little bit kind of more friendly and more approachable with lighter hair. With darker hair, I just look like a fucking rocker, which is cool, but it's a lot of upkeep and damages my hair a lot. So unless I do it professionally, well, that costs a lot of money. Anyway. So, guys, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. I can see that quite a few of you guys, pardon me, have just joined and you're settling in right now for the stream today. I'm not lying, guys. I've already streamed today and I've elsewhere, and I'm a little bit tuckered out, but I do still have a good hour of an hour's worth of energy in me to really dish out on this live stream today. And I want you guys to be aware that whilst I don't necessarily have a major comment, like a major thing to cover, I am going to be talking specifically today about the copyright striking that Onision has done. We may be watching one of Onision's videos, which means that he will be striking my video today as well, unfortunately. But I believe that will probably be good enough, in my opinion. I do definitely want to go over some things today. Jaded Wonderland, lovely to see you here. So for any of you guys who don't know, I've been posting a couple of videos recently on my channel, a couple of very small live streams where I've been covering certain things. And I recently did a live stream talking about one of his most recent videos, hiatus video that he put up on his Oh Bro channel. And I would genuinely suggest that you guys watch that if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a like and all that stuff. But I'd definitely check out that video. It's not too long, probably about 10, 12 minutes long in total. What you will find out in that video, the revelation behind the video, is quite surprising once you hear my commentary and my feedback on the subject. I think without the commentary, you might not be getting the same perspective. But hear out what I have to say and see how you feel about it. You look pretty good in blonde, Jesus. Yeah, I don't want to go back to blonde. When I had light hair, I looked very young. And I think that's something I don't really like. I kind of like looking more my age. Especially as a man, I feel like there's a lot of value in looking your age or looking a little bit older, depending on, if you're in your 20s, of course. But anyway. You'd think he would get exhausted keeping up with all this stuff. Striking videos, tweeting, uploading videos, making new websites. The guy, honestly, Star Fuzzy, and I think this goes without saying, the guy is a fucking, a drive. He's very determined. And I think that's what really infuriates some people, is that he's very resilient in how he reacts to a lot of the attacks on him. And obviously that sounds like a compliment, does it not? And in a sense it is, but it can be quite infuriating to us that he continues to kind of battle on, despite all of the evidence and the things that have been stated against him, which are stacking up quite high It's honestly, if each thing was like a paper, and there was like a stack of papers, that stack of papers would be taller than me, I'm sure. I have run out of my drink. I'm really sad. That sucks. Heartbreaking stuff. So let's read. Loki, have you seen the I'm a Psycho music video he's uploaded in the last 24 hours? Really? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? YouTube. Let's have a look. Somebody put up a video called Onision is bad. Great. And another one, Onision's Twitter is absolutely horrific. God, I wish one of my videos would be so high up. No. Right, I'm going through all these channels right now to see if I can figure out what you're referring to. Oh shit, yeah, I found it! I'm a Psycho. Psycho song. Is that like an old school song, or is that like something new? Is that something new? I'm so unsure about this. This is kind of nerve-wracking. Should we watch it? Should we watch it, everybody? Would you like to watch it? Yeah, it's pretty evident to me that you made that video just for clickbait. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. The fact that he posts clickbait means that I can post clickbait because I'm just posting what he's doing and talking about it. Like, I'm not like in a nasty way clickbaiting, but the fact that what he is doing is very clickbaity, for me to talk about it and commentate on that in a sense, in a way, is clickbaiting too. So he makes my job easier, which is appreciated, of course. So yeah, let's watch the video. Let's watch the video. I will get striked for this. But I don't really... I'm not making ad revenue money anyway, so it's not really a big deal. And I'm not really necessarily getting that many views on my videos at the moment, depending on the stream, of course. So I'm not really too worried about my involvement in his finances. If anything, it's the big channels that are getting hundreds of thousands of views talking about Onision that are really paying for his lifestyle. So let's watch this.
What? I'm a psycho! I'm a psycho! I'm a psycho! I'm a psycho! Look at me, freak! I'm a freak! What? I'm a creep! Get it! I'm a crazy! What? I'm a crazy! What? I'm a psycho! I'm a creeper! I'm a...
So, I don't really know what to say, but I just feel uncomfortable. I feel kind of sick, so I had to pause it, unfortunately. I did want to, like, keep going, but first of all, I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that Shiloh was in it, and I mean, I don't really know what else to fucking say in regards to that. It's really cringy. I'm not the only person who feels that way who's watching right now. But it is really fucking, it is disastrously, it's so cringy. And also the fact that he's exploiting, in a way, he is exploiting Shiloh further by re-uploading this and gaining views off of this. It's why Onision exactly? And I like why. Yeah, it is disrespectful, and I'm kind of curious why he's uploaded it. If you know, maybe it's because of Shiloh's involvement in Chris Hansen's investigation recently. Maybe he's looking to kind of lash out at her and, kind of retort to that and respond in a kind of nasty, deceitful way. Or maybe it's because the song represents the way that some people are believing him to be at the moment. And he has stated recently, and I don't know if you guys were here when I spoke about this, or if you've seen this on Twitter or elsewhere or on other channels, but he has stated recently that he is very, very fake on his videos, that he is playing a character and he's acting on a lot of the videos that he's doing, especially the more recent ones. And he is just trying to confuse you guys. He is just pulling the strings, is what he said. He is trying to confuse everybody. And perhaps this works with his agenda. Maybe this is him trying to make us believe further that he is a psychopath. But I will say this. Why is he doing that? Like, I've never really understood the rationality behind anything, or sorry, most things that Onision does. And I know some people are saying, oh yeah, he's trying to build up an insanity plea. Yeah, I don't really feel like he's going to be able to do an insanity plea based on child pornography charges or the charges that could be pushed forward if there was anything to be found. I don't think that he could go for an insanity plea. I just don't think it would work. But, you know, sometimes that does work with manslaughter and murder and just assault charges and things like that. But for sexual harassment and things that go into that territory, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. But I assume I'm correct, right? I'm assuming I'm right? Right. I don't know. It's just that's what I'm thinking at least. But let's read what some of these comments are. Lovely still of Onision that we've got here. Oh, look at you, you fucking scary guy. Wasn't it Shiloh's lawyer that told him to take down the videos, including him? Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually too sure, Tim, if that happened, but it wouldn't surprise me. But I feel like it's got to the point with Onision that he doesn't really care. Like, he doesn't give a fuck at this point. He is flagging loads of videos. He is just going, like, anybody who talks about him is getting copyright struck by him, and he does not give a fuck at this point. I've been following Twitter, and I'm sure some of you guys have as well. There are a number of popular, well-known channels out there that sometimes do commentary, who kind of cover bigger topics, who have recently spoken about what's going on with Onision, and their videos have been struck. Their videos have been flagged, and subsequently, they have not received ad revenue from those videos, which for some of these people, for a lot of these people, is their livelihoods. It is what puts fucking food on the table for them and their families. And this motherfucker, this psycho has genuinely been taking away from that. He's been taking away from that. And I do genuinely believe that is an issue. And I'm sure a lot of us feel that way, of course. I agree with that, Momo. I didn't really think about that when I saw it, but you're right, actually. Greg admitted to acting out a mental breakdown, so I doubt he's smart enough to go through the insanity agenda. Yeah. The fact that he's literally... Yeah, exactly, Caddy. Everybody gets a copyright strike. You get one. You get one. You get one. Yeah, I'm not even going to, like, fight any of my strikes, because I don't want to get, like, a permanent strike on my account, and I haven't got any, so I don't want to get any, so I'm not going to fight against them unless I really feel like I need to. I.e., like, there is no grounds for it to be copyright. Which, I mean, a lot of my videos, a lot of my live streams especially, I do sometimes watch a video or two just to like, kind of like spark conversation. But what I will say, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, I don't think it's fair that if I play like a 5-minute video on my live stream and I speak for an hour, a whole hour, and talk about either the video or other things, that I should be struck. I think that's fair use. And I think it's very unfair when I've been struck for doing that. And whilst I haven't necessarily, I wouldn't have made money anyway. It's just the pretense that if I was a partner, that would be happening anyway. Like, it doesn't matter that I'm not a partner right now and I'm not making ad revenue. If I was, this would still be happening, obviously. And I know some of you guys are probably very confused about what fair use is. And it's like, well, if I'm paying his video and I'm providing a lot of commentary to the video, and we're talking significant commentary, and I'm pausing it and I'm transforming it into something that it was not already, I see that as fair use. If I literally just play the video, the whole video, speak for 30 seconds or a couple of minutes, and then end it, I probably wouldn't say it's fair use. I think that's like, but the fact that I literally speak, like the video is like a couple of minutes long, and I speak for a good 10 to 20 minutes, I don't know, guys. I think it's transformative, in my opinion, and I really don't like the fact that channels like Onision, people like Onision feel like they can take away from people who actually need that money. And I mean, I feel like everybody, unless you're like one of those people who lives off the grid in a camper van, you just like live off the land. Everybody needs money. And as long as you're sincere about it, I don't really see the issue. But anyway, the thing is, he's done this for a very long time. He's done this to a lot of people, and it's infuriating a lot of people that this is actually what is kind of transpiring, what is happening on here, and that obviously leads to the whole madam thing that happens, the whole madam controversy, or madame, fucking hell, man, madame. The whole thing about her, like, getting, like, encouraging people to give her money, donate money to her so she can sue Onision. Yikes, man. It's just fucking lunacy, guys. It's ridiculous, to be honest. Anyway, we need a new platform instead of YouTube. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there'll ever be one, honestly. I don't think anything can compete with YouTube. It's like, the thing about YouTube is YouTube has a monopoly. Like, that is really what has happened at this point. YouTube has control over this field, and there aren't many other apps or websites or organizations that can offer what YouTube offers. So. And I know some of you guys are putting Mixer is good. I've checked out Mixer. I was considering going on Mixer. No, YouTube Live is the best platform to be on. And you gotta remember, it's a small fraction of people that ruin it for everybody else. And literally, all that needs to be done is that YouTube needs to turn around and rectify the situation. YouTube needs to turn around and just fix what's going on. There you go. Call it VidHub. Right. I mean, it is weird, Momo, but at the same time, I think it's actually perhaps a good thing that this is happening alongside the copper child protective thing, because it means that they will probably investigate. They will investigate Onision properly, hopefully. Will you be reviewing the company Onision has? See, I actually spoke about it last night, Star Fuzzy, but I was thinking about doing like a 10-minute video, like a live stream video, where I just literally sit and talk about the business. But I don't really know if I should at this point, because I feel like a lot of other people have covered it. I saw a number of other like YouTubers already making videos on it, and I feel like I've kind of missed the punch on it. And I feel like at this point I'm just going to be like copying what they've done. And believe it or not, guys, I'm not that kind of guy. I try to be one of the first to really talk about things. Basically, there is, and it's not an actual, it's not factual yet. It's all speculation, if anything. That essentially Onision has a company that he is using to bypass the IRS. It is a money laundering scheme. That is what is being implied on this Reddit post, And it is a fucking conspiracy. I want people to be aware it is a conspiracy. But I'm not going to lie, the person who wrote it so elegantly. It actually makes sense. It's very well put together. It's a conspiracy that makes a lot of sense. Holy shit, that's illegal. That's really illegal. That's like, I literally said that is like some fucking gangster shit. That is some, like, New York mafia shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's some Breaking Bad cocaine business shit. You know what I mean? Like, having these side businesses to run your money through and reinvest things. And I don't know, man. It's very illegal, yeah. Like, that's stuff that you can literally go for, like, hard time. And honestly, Onision's been around for, like, a really, really long time. And I'd actually like to wonder how much money he has made in his career. Because I bet you guys, he has made a lot of money. I bet you he has made a lot of money. Like, I don't really want to, like, assume too much. But obviously, hundreds of thousands. Easily a 6-digit salary. But he may have, I mean, especially considering it's been like a 10 or 11 year career, he may have made millions, to be honest, or at least maybe 7 digits. Because I don't know if you guys realize the kind of AdSense money you get when you're getting hundreds of thousands of views on your videos, and some of his videos have millions of views. You can make some serious fucking money. You can. Enough for a Tesla and 2 houses. Yeah, and Patreon too. Patreon's making some money as well. I mean, if he owes the IRS 500,000, then he definitely made a shit ton of money. Yes, because if that's like back taxes plus like what he like the fee that you have to like pay on top of that, like he is literally, that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars that he is not given in tax money for, and that represents that he's probably made millions. It's not money laundering? Okay, well, let's reiterate, guys. It's all speculative anyway. The way it was, I read it, it seemed like it was money laundering, but whatever. If any of you guys have any perspectives on what I just said, feel free to type it in the comments. I do read my comments usually. So if you guys do want to put something, I'll have a read and see what you think. Didn't he have to sell his nice house because of owing the IRS? Yeah, makes sense. I think he said in a video like 2 million. So yeah, that's a good. I mean, I don't know if he did say that, but that sounds about right. You know, like at most it is tax evasion. Okay, no. You're pretty right. Yeah, it probably is tax evasion. Maybe not money laundering. You know, it could be, but perhaps, yeah, probably not. I suppose. I will say this. I definitely, the whole like top thing that you can pay on his Patreon, and having that represent like him being involved in selling child pornography. That's a really big allegation, and I don't really know what I can say to that. I don't really know if I want to say anything on that. There are definitely some really big theories going on, and what I want to say is I hope the FBI can get to the bottom of it. I hope whoever is looking into it is getting to the bottom of it. Yeah, it seems shady, and I don't know. Like, I understand that a lot of people really don't like Onision, but I think you have to be careful with the things that you do put out there, because it is a big leap. And that is like one of the worst things that I've ever heard, actually. That somebody would set up a forum, lure in teenage girls, make them post lewds and inappropriate images of themselves, and then sell them to ephebophiles and paedophiles and creepy guys. That's actually one of the most disgusting things that I've ever heard. So you've got it like, and I know there are people out there that would do things like that. But it's scary, guys, isn't it? And by the way, just to reiterate, I'm not saying that that's actually true. I'm not saying that at all. So please be aware of this as we move forward. But that is what is being kind of stated by some people. That's the implication, that he's doing this, or he may be doing this. Lots of speculation. People like to speculate about things like that. And whilst I know Onision is not somebody who's liked, it's like, I would hate for people to be speculating things like that about, like, me, or one of my friends who's a streamer or a YouTuber. You know what I mean? That's really damaging stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, Onision has definitely dug himself into a very deep hole in terms of all of that, and I'm sure you guys can agree. It's easy to speculate, isn't it? It's easy to speculate. Yeah, like some of you guys are even putting in the chat that you're not surprised if he would do it. Which, yeah, I can agree. I can agree on that. But yeah. Let's have a little bit of a read further. Yeah. Like I find I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do find this community to be very nice and friendly, and you guys are very nice to me. But I can see the other side of it as well, and there are times where I like go through Twitter and I watch other people's live streams, and I see like the most toxic comments of people literally saying, "Oh yeah, I hope Onision like does something awful. I hope this happens. I hope that happens." And I literally like my stomach. Actually, I actually feel like a bit sick to see people posting that stuff about him. And whilst I like agree that he deserves to he deserves punishment, and Kai as well, if the things that are being accused about them is true. I really don't like how fucked up some people are on here about it. I just think it's too much. Yeah, honestly, I feel Kai is really in a messy spot right now, and I'm interested to see how things are going to progress. Yeah, that's like the main thing. Like, if people say like, "Oh, I just hope that they go to prison," I can really get behind that. I really like that. But people saying, "Oh, I hope he does a Chris Benoit." I literally saw somebody say that he thinks he's gonna do a Chris Benoit. And I don't know if any of you guys know who Chris Benoit is, but he's a famous wrestler who killed his family and then killed himself. And I know it's like really, really morbid to say that on live stream, but the implication is very, very scary, and I don't like reading stuff like that. And I think that people who say things like that, I don't know. I just think you need to think about what you say. Yeah. Because the thing is, I don't think these people realize that you're actually giving Onision like power. Because if you're literally like saying, if there are people saying things like that to Onision has so much opportunity to be like a victim, and that's not what we want, right? Do any of us want Onision to be able to play himself off as a victim? No, we don't, right? We don't want Kai to be able to play herself off as a victim either. After everything that's happened, like I feel like Kai definitely was once a victim, but with the whole Kai being inappropriate with Sarah and other girls as well, it's just like it's too much now, isn't it? It's too much. I can't really look at Kai the same way. Yeah, exactly. We need to be the bigger person. So I'm gonna try and spend as much as my time on this platform covering this story to really preach that you can be a moderatist, that you can be somebody who isn't a radical. You don't have to like jump on the bandwagon and be over the top about it. Like we're human beings, man, and we need to act the way that we see ourselves, and we want other people to see us. We can't allow the things that Onision is doing and Kai is doing and their behavior to make us into bad people or make us behave like bad people. You know what I mean? Do you understand, guys? And trust me, guys. I'm no fucking saint myself. I'm not sitting here saying I'm a really, really great guy and I've always done good things. No, I've made shit tons of mistakes, guys. I've done various things that are bad. I've never been the best person. All right, but what I'm trying to say is, guys, I'm making the effort to try and be better. I feel like we can all do that. Plot twist, right? We all do, right? Yeah, you can't accuse him of every crime. Exactly. You know, a lot of stuff is alleged so far, and as soon as it comes out that this hasn't happened, I think there's going to be a lot of commentating channels that are going to be in a position that they've actually slandered Onision a lot, and I'm not sure to like criticize any other commentary channels because I know there are commentary channels out there that are really moderatist and they're really fair, but I have seen people who have covered Onision who have been really like almost moving into radical territory, you know, calling him a pedophile, calling him like various like really big words. And guys, be aware, Onision, you know, despite what people think, I think Onision could fucking sue somebody if he wanted to. I just don't think he can be bothered, but I genuinely think that he could sue somebody if he wanted to, and he actually probably would win if it came out that it was actually like it did not go to that point. Speculation and opinion is not slander. You know what's funny about that? You're right, but you're not. It's a fucking grey area. Just like bullying, just like harassment. A lot of these things are speculative and subjective. Specifically, it's subjective. And whilst you may not think that you are doing wrong, that you are saying wrong, court may think differently on that. They may feel differently, and arguably it'll probably be down to who has a better lawyer in that instance, and who can bring the most to the tables. The two that is really it's hearsay. But anyway, he's in a lot of debt. But yeah, maybe he is. Do we know that for sure? Especially with this business that we're finding out about. Do we know that's actually... Is he just portraying himself to be poor, or is there more to it? Now, I don't want to go into conspiracy territory, but it's always important to remember that. And with all the videos that he's flagging recently, are you telling me that he's not making some money off of that? Like, let's be honest, guys. Like, he's flagging videos that are getting, like, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of views. And some of his videos recently have got 200,000-300,000 views. Yeah, I know some of you guys don't want to believe it, but that's some good money. That's from what I'm aware, if my recollection is right, that's a couple of G's at least. His recent videos, yeah, the ones of him pouring alcohol on himself and shouting at his camera and hip thrusting and stuff, right? He got some really good views on those because people decided to watch it, I guess, you know. Yeah, so what Alex is saying is the way that I'm really looking at things at the moment, and I'm obviously hoping there to be more that really comes out of this, and I'm sure the rest of you guys are hoping that as well. But what Alex King puts in the chat is the following: he is a serial emotional abuser who preys on young people, but I don't think he's a pedo. Yeah, my part. Yeah, I can get rid of this face if it's a little bit too much for you guys, but I feel like it does add like a little bit of like almost like a razor thin line to this live stream where you don't know. Yeah, it makes this live stream a little bit more alive seeing this scary face. But I can bring it over here. Yeah, like there are definitely. So yeah, there are pedophiles and then there are ephebophiles, right? The thing is, as far as I'm aware, depending on the state, being an ephebophile and the country that you're from, being interested in 16, 17-year-olds can be legal or illegal. And I don't really see there being much that really comes of it in that regard. I don't think he's going to get put in prison for being an ephebophile. Unless they can find proof that things will happen in certain states, in which case, who knows, right? It would need to be more than that, wouldn't it, guys? They would need to find something that's substantial. it's federally illegal. You know what, Jaded? I'm not gonna continue speaking about this because I feel like we could go around in circles talking about this. But I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. I think that's probably the best thing that I can do, what we can all do, and then I will discuss it when it happens, and we can go from there. But I think I've made myself evidently clear. Yeah, like that's what. Yeah, in the UK it's 16 plus here. Although I would argue there is definitely like a Romeo and Juliet concept here, that if you're like 17 and you're dating somebody who's like fucking 25, 30, that's fucking weird in my opinion. You know what I mean? But I think the whole Romeo and Juliet concept makes more sense in my opinion. But anyway, because I'm not going to sit here and like criticize a 16 or 17-year-old for dating somebody who's older, because when I met my partner when she was 17, I was in my early 20s, so there was like 4 or 5 years between us, which isn't like a lot in comparison to like a Onision with his people who's engaged with. But I'm not going to sit here and like say that it needs to be 18 plus, because I would be a hypocrite, and I'm not a hypocrite, believe it or not. At least I don't try to be. So yeah, I definitely believe in the whole Romeo and Juliet concept. So yeah, I think so, definitely. But I'd like to think I've been very good to my partner, so it's all good. Well, of course I would think that, right? Do we know when Chris is going to have his next live stream? I assume it'll be next week. Lionel, I don't really know what you're getting at with that. I don't really want to talk about trans politics, and I don't know. It's not. I'm not really like educated enough to really speak on it. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm the right person, right commentator to really speak about stuff like that. I feel like I'd just probably come off as ignorant, if anything. So hopefully you forgive me. Yeah, I think it's mainly. I think the main issue that everybody seems to be on the same page is it's just the abuse, the allegations of abuse against him. I think that's the main thing that like connects everybody together, that gets like everybody on the same page. Because honestly, hearing the stories of these various people it's heartbreaking, man. It really is. It really is heartbreaking, and I wish Onision would go on and speak his side, but it will never happen. I honestly, I can say with a considerable doubt that without a considerable doubt that he will not do it, that he will never do it, that he will be never involved in that. And the grooming of Sarah, yeah, honestly, I can agree with that too. Yeah, just because you haven't necessarily been like sexually, like, and this is more about Kai, isn't it? Kai was like sexual with, well, supposedly, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is true, isn't it? From what we've seen and the receipts, the proof that's been shown, that Kai hasn't been inappropriate with somebody under the age of 16. Under the age of 16. Why the fuck hasn't Kai been arrested yet? Like, I really don't understand it. Or at least been like taken in for questioning. It's so mind-boggling to me, but it really is mind-boggling. Oh Jesus, I didn't know that. Yeah, the whole like, yeah, like that's at least that's what Sarah said. And I don't know, it seems like it's right in my opinion. That's crazy that he still has fans. He doesn't have as many as he used to, Brenda. He used to be like a lot more popular. He used to be able to send thousands of viewers to go hate on people and stuff like that. And I don't really feel like he's able to do that anymore. It's a shame, actually. I feel like all of this could have been avoided, but it seems to me this is what Onision wanted to do. This is what he enjoyed doing. So yeah, it's like always looking at self. You know, it's. You're right. You're right. I hate to say it, but it's sometimes like that. Police and various groups that they're not really interested in taking care of things because they don't really see it as an issue. They don't see it as anything important to cover, and it's kind of sad actually. But I mean, his Patreon's been removed, which is a huge thing that's happened, and it's kind of thrown Onision into a spiral of well, almost mania, where he's trying to kind of pick things up and establish things. I don't know, guys. I don't really know what's going to happen over the course of the next couple of weeks, but I will definitely continue to cover this on my channel whenever I can. Evidently. Apparently, their house is under surveillance because of the kids. Really? Yeah, I heard that there are people working on sorting things out for the kids, and people have been saying that you shouldn't call Child Protective Services because you'll just actually be making things worse, which actually I understand. I feel like if there are like hundreds or thousands of people calling this like CPS, it's gonna become a really, really stressful and volatile situation for those children. They're gonna be dragged through hell. It's the same if like people kept calling wellness checks on you every day. It would be too much. It would be far too much. I'm surprised Dr. Phil isn't jumping on Greg yet. I don't know. I honestly, as much as it might be interesting to see Greg on Dr. Phil, I'm not really a fan of Dr. Phil. I don't really like his show. I don't really feel like he actually helps that many people who are like this. I feel like he actually just gives them a platform to promote themselves. And I've noticed that more recently with social media stars who go on there, who are like either like really excessive, like they're like really rude, or they're nasty, or they're like a lot of these people, they go on these shows and they're like, I don't give a fuck, like, I'm doing what I want, I'm doing shit that's illegal, I don't give a shit. And not many of these people actually change. They just get worse, and they actually become celebrities from it, which could have been avoided, So I don't really care for Dr. Phil's show. And also, sometimes I feel like, and it's not just him, there are other reality show hosts, like Jeremy Kyle is another example, Steve Wilkos. I feel like Maury might be an exception, but even Maury sometimes, and I like Jerry Springer, I do. Jerry Springer's funny because they sometimes fight, and you get to see some boobs here and there. But I feel like they can be very, very patronizing to their guests. And they act like they're very superior as a host. And whilst, yeah, like, especially Jerry Springer bringing on, like, hicks and people who are, like, sleeping with their cousins and shit, I just don't like that, like, superiority complex that they exhibit. Especially Jeremy Kyle. Like, he's a British one, but, like, the way that he, like, talks down to the people who come on his show, and I know it's not fucking easy to, like, treat these people with respect, especially when they're like pieces of shit, deadbeat dads, and they're like awful human beings. But still, like, it's like annoying to watch that and watch him be so self-righteous. Just shut your face, dude. Like, not. And by the way, some people are already thinking I'm acting self-righteous right now. I'm really not. I'm just criticizing the behavior of other people, and I too make mistakes. So leave me alone. I mean, Jeremy Kyle, he did like an American show for a little bit, but he got cancelled. I mean, his whole thing got cancelled, didn't it? But the Axe Jezza, yeah. My mum used to watch it when I was a teenager. We used to put it on every morning before I go to school, and we'd sit and watch fucking Jeremy Kyle. Fucking yikes, man! I don't watch daytime TV anymore. I don't. Yeah, like in the UK, you've got to pay for it, so I don't watch it. I don't pay for it. You got to have like a TV license, and like, it's really annoying, like, not paying for it, because they send you, like, letters, and they have to, like, come in your house and check out the house to make sure you've not got live TV. It's so fucking idiotic. But it's better than paying the money that you have to pay every year. So it's still on, isn't it? I thought it got cancelled. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it got cancelled. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of these shows get cancelled, and usually they get cancelled because like things happen because of those shows. Like people will do things um, that will make the show look bad, and it will ruin the representation for the show. Um, yeah, I know. Yeah, and also on actually the show, like Jeremy Kyle's show, he actually had like a guy who would like help people backstage, and he seemed nice enough. But I don't know. I don't know what it's like. You go on a show and he just like shouts in your face for 30 minutes, and then says, "Hey, you can go with this guy now and get some help." Like it's yeah, you're gonna need some help from all that shouting I did in your face, motherfucker. You know. I don't know, man. It's a bit fucking much, really, but. Um, I don't necessarily want to get into it. What kind of show would you do? That's actually an interesting thing. I'd love to do like a full on podcast show where I like maybe like a H3 vibe where I sit at one side of a table and somebody sits at the other side and I ask some questions and that could be fun. I could fuck with that. That would be like an end goal for me, maybe with my channel. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to go that route, but Graham, I know, yeah, right, yeah. That would be neat. Yeah, I'd like to do that, like in my own way. Maybe not like H3 because I feel like I'm a very different host, a very different person from him, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. Because I think H3 is actually very very funny, and I enjoy his podcast, but. We're all very different people, aren't we? H3 gone downhill. I don't know, I watched the Trisha Paytas one recently, and I was fucking laughing through most of it. So whilst it may not be serious and cutting edge, it's at least got some comedy value, for me at least. And I feel like entertainment is very very subjective anyway. Not something that's like... Obviously, you guys, most of you guys, I assume, like what I do. There are obvious people out there who do not like what I do. It goes without saying. We're not all going to enjoy the same things. So, I don't want to get into Trisha Paytas today, man. I might do a live stream on her at some point and just talk about all the fucking like ridiculousness of her behavior. It's so like at this point it's like why bother, right? Like that's really like why bother talking about Trisha Paytas because she's a fucking troll. If we're being realistic. Yeah, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Calm down. Yeah, 2019's been an interesting year. I feel like every year's been interesting. I know Keemstar was complaining earlier this year. He was like, "Oh, nothing's going on this year." Wasn't he? Shut up, bro. Like, yeah, there's been loads of stuff that's gone on. Loads of things have happened. There have been people who've been like getting cancelled and people getting exposed. There's been loads of stuff that's going on, and yeah, Keemstar. Yeah, I'm not going to get into him, but I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy some of his commentary. Even if some of you guys disagree. Yeah, I agree with that, Alex. And I actually did a video where I kind of criticised and called her out as well. Maybe not to the same extent that H3 did. But it's like I don't really like talking about like things that I don't really understand well. And whilst I try to be really respectful of people who are in the LGBTQ plus spectrum, I'm a supporter, of course. I'm somebody who supports their rights. I am not trans. I am not gay or bi or I am a straight white male. So I am not the right person to be really talking about stuff like that. And I feel like my opinion would probably be very ignorant. So it's better to not. Like, I think that's, some commentators don't do that. Some commentators don't, like, think about that. But, like, if you're going to commentate on things, I think it's really important that you actually have an idea of what the fuck you're talking about before you open that dumb mouth of yours, you know? Peace, I'm bored. Fuck off then. Bye-bye. But, like, you know what I mean? It's, like, it's better than, like, accident, you know, like, saying something that you don't necessarily mean or you don't understand and you like just make a tin of yourself and upset loads of people. I haven't heard about that, Brenda. That sounds... There are certain topics just to stay away from. Yeah. Or you're gonna be really, really careful about how you kind of handle it. Have you seen the Asian Onision? Yeah, I have. It's some good shit. I speak about him sometimes on my live streams, and I think Daniel, right? Yeah, good old Daniel. Like, I don't like criticizing that guy, because I'm pretty sure Daniel is autistic, and I'm not gonna, like, make fun of him, or be nasty about him, when it's kind of indecent of me to do so. But I have watched some of his live streams, some of his videos, and I actually watched some of them live, and I did find them funny. Like, not, like, it was more like me laughing with him, not laughing at him. Which is a big difference, right? I was finding his lack of social cues and how he like talks to himself. I was finding it very, very humorous. But anyway. Loki, I respect the hell out of you for knowing when you're not educated enough on a topic to broadcast your opinion. Yeah, like, like, the thing is, and the reason why I know this, Nora, is because I have made that mistake. Not on YouTube, but, like, in the past. And whilst it's never been, like, necessarily a big deal, or it's led to any serious ramifications, it was something that I realised afterwards, perhaps I shouldn't have done that. Perhaps I should have been better with that. Perhaps, if I did talk about it, I should have spoke more at face value. And not tried to pretend that I knew more about it than I did. Because the thing is, guys, if you do act like you're really fucking smart, and you're not actually that smart, people are gonna fucking call you out. People are gonna call you out, you're gonna look like an idiot, and then you've either gotta accept that you're wrong, which a lot of people can't do on YouTube, because they think that they're better than their viewers, or they are going to double down. They're going to double down, and they're gonna tell you to go fuck yourself, for disagreeing with them and for calling them out. Both of these things do happen, clearly. Tomato, tomato. Depends on the person. Yeah, I agree with that style, I think, yeah. Like, I think of myself as a pretty intelligent guy, but I feel like a lot of my intelligence comes from the fact that I'm very self-aware when it comes to this kind of stuff, or at least I try to be. I try to be self-aware. I think that's the only thing I can do. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a young guy. I say things sometimes that are foolish. Like yesterday when I was talking about polygamy, and I did apologise for that, guys. And I did say that I was pretty ignorant on the subject. So I hope everybody forgive me. If anybody wants me to speak a bit about that, I don't mind doing so. Let's read some of these comments. It's okay, Loki. Yay, Connor. Great. Yeah, big respect, dude. People who pretend they know nothing are dum-dums. Oh, sorry, no, they know everything. My apologies. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I don't like people who do either of those, like, who pretend to know nothing or pretend to know everything and then choose and swap between them whenever it seems necessary. So dumb, man. So dumb. Use common sense, Loki. Not a lot of people do. I mean, you know, I feel honestly, I look at this yard and I'm like, where the fuck is his common sense? Like, where did he go wrong? Where did he go wrong? You should check the Onision's deleted forums. It's literally evidence of him interacting with minors. It's insane. You see, I haven't seen a lot of that. And that's why I can't really necessarily... Like, I feel like none of us are really... Like, none of the commentators on here are actually qualified to the right degree to really be talking on a lot of this. Even the people who are the most aware of everything that's going on, there's still things that everybody is missing. There are still things that we don't know. There are still things that we haven't seen. So why, it's a really big grey area. So I feel like it's because of that. I feel like every commentator has a right to really state their opinion. I think as long as you guys are aware that maybe the commentator you're watching doesn't necessarily have all the facts, I think that's what makes you somebody who isn't just self-aware, but you're aware of what other people are doing as well, which is important. This shampoo says everyday use, so that means you have to use it every day. Honestly, guys, if any of you guys do wash your hair with shampoo every day, please fucking stop. Like, I'm sure most of you guys shower every day, and if you don't, fair enough. But if you do, you don't actually have to wash your hair. I'm sure you're aware of this. You don't have to wash your hair. You can wash your body. You can wash your face, and you can wash your body. It is really not that difficult. I've actually had to explain this to people before. Are you a child? Although, to be fair, if you're a man or if you are a woman with short hair, either way, if you have short hair, then obviously you can wash your hair because you can just towel dry it and it's really, really quick. But if you are like me, ladies, gentlemen, and you have longer hair, save yourself the fucking drama, alright? And don't wash it every day. I would suggest washing your hair 2 to 3 times a week. That is usually what you should do. And if you're really insecure about the way that your hair looks, dry shampoo is a thing. And it's fairly cheap, depending on where you live. Okay, yeah, I am aware of that, Resident MILF, and thank you for bringing that up. I know there are certain locations, there are certain countries where things can be very humid, and your hair can get very sweaty and very, very greasy. In which case, don't use product. Don't use product in your hair. Just rinse it. You can rinse it. You can rinse it. I don't think some of you guys realise, but actually putting like product in your hair every day, not good. Not good. I mean, you can gotta make sure you wash your balls. Thank you, Alex, for reminding me. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just fucking saying. I actually don't use Mane and Tail anymore. I used to use a shampoo called Mane and Tail. It's pretty well known. It was in Blades of Glory, that movie Blades of Glory with it's a good movie. Watch that fucking movie. Will Ferrell. I actually did a sponsorship with them once. They actually worked with me, and it was kind of cool. I got like free shampoo from them. It was pretty rad. But I don't use that product anymore because it made my hair too like thick. It made it too like boom. So now I mainly use stuff that has like argan oil in it. I think argan oil is really, really good. It's really good for your hair, and especially because my hair's a bit damaged, I've been trying to kind of rectify that damage. I mean, baths are fine too. You know, I think baths. You know, baths are a good way to go. I like a nice bath. I like to soak in a bath. The only thing is I get all pruny, and you know that doesn't feel too good. You know. Hey, new to the channel. Just want to say I love your content you put out. Greetings from Germany. Joel, thank you very much. Hallo, wie geht es dir? Hope you're doing all right. That's really the extent of my German. Hope that was right. There you go. So I do hair mask once a week. Oh, okay, that's cool. I love that we're talking about our hair now. This is pretty rad. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Resident MILF. Yeah, I could agree with that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be cutting my hair soon, just to make you guys aware. I'm probably gonna go to like a nice salon, have my hair done, and kind of get rid of the split ends at the bottom and kind of tidy it up a little bit. I'm really trying to get rid of all of my dyed, kind of dried out hair, which is all of this. But I'm always going to keep my hair long. I love having long hair. It's kind of my thing. I've had long hair for like 4 years now. And I can't really... I remember back when I had short hair, and it's like a different time. It's like a different me. It's scary. But yeah. I look forward to kind of getting my hair sorted. Nice bath and some loud death metal, right? They found another Onision shell company? Really? So dye not recommended? I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys not to dye your hair. I feel like you guys have the freedom to do whatever you want with your hair. And you should never allow a live streamer like me to control or dictate the things that you do. I just want to put that out there, guys. I know there are some streamers and YouTubers who are very forceful about their feelings, and they want people to agree with them and do exactly what they do. Almost a cult. Who am I referring to? Who am I referring to, guys? Yeah. But like... oh my god. But like what I'm trying to get at, right, guys, is, you know, if you are gonna get your hair dyed, I think it's important to either know what you're doing or go to a professional. Because you know, if you keep the dyeing too long, there are certain dyes that are worse than others, you can really damage your hair. You can really, really damage your hair, and actually, for the most part, it can be difficult to rectify that damage. So it's important that you treat your hair the way you would treat any other thing that you care about. Anything, your eating habits, your sleeping habits. I don't know, for some of you guys, you're immediately going to put in the chat, well, I don't fucking sleep well and I don't eat well either, so shut up, Loki. But you get what I'm saying, guys. You've got to take it really seriously. You've got to take your hair seriously. That's if you actually care about it, of course. Because I genuinely see guys and girls who walk around and their hair genuinely looks like carpet. Like, it looks like carpet. And I can touch it, and it's the texture is almost like hay. And whilst that's not necessarily like a big deal, and I'm not saying that you should feel bad about yourself for having hair like that, I'm just saying you can avoid that. You can avoid getting to that stage, because once you get to that stage, it can be quite difficult to rectify that. It can be difficult to get back to having very, very nice, almost virgin-esque hair, like very good quality hair, that doesn't have split ends, that doesn't break, that actually looks the way that you want it to as well, which is good. You shave your balls, mate? You're asking too many personal fucking questions, Alex, but I don't know many men in the 21st century who don't. I'm just putting it out there. The ones who don't obviously don't respect women, in my opinion. No shade to the men in here, but if you expect a woman to shave, you should do so as well. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Shout out to male pattern boldness. Yeah, shout out to all of my bold brothers in the house. Whilst I will never be you, I actually think that bold men look pretty cool. And I really dig the vibe. So, especially if you've got like the right head shape for it. Especially if you've got like a bald head and you grow a beard. I think that's some good shit. In my opinion, but that's just me. My husband and I are both going bald early. I'm fortunate at both sides of my family. Like both of the men, like the male sides of my mother and my father's side, they both have like full sets of hair. So I'm very fortunate that I should not bald, because it is genetics, I believe. Yeah. I don't know science. Onision to hairy balls, stream of the week. Yeah, that's actually really true. I feel like this stream has really gone down a weird road, so yikes, man. I'm gonna finish up here, guys, and I'm gonna start a Loki After Dark stream for today. It is Friday. it's a good day to do it. Let's do a Loki After Dark. Let's do Loki After Dark. We're gonna talk about loads of stuff. We're gonna probably I might watch some Asian and Onision videos if I feel up to it. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. So for any of you guys who would like to watch that stream, it will be up in 5 minutes on this channel. All you've got to do is just go back onto the LowkeyLoki channels, refresh the page, 15 minutes pass. It will not necessarily be like hardcore adult content, but I won't be necessarily like specifically talking about an issue. I'll be speaking about whatever you guys want me to talk about. And considering that a lot of my viewers are adult, perhaps Hogan, perhaps, who knows. But mainly what I mean by Loki After Dark is it's a live stream where I will sit here and I will talk about whatever we want to talk about. So I'll see you guys there. I will see you in 5 minutes, not 15. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Yeah, we can investigate the shell company. I don't mind looking into that. No going to bed. Good night. Oh, okay, Linda. Jeez. No, guys. For any of you guys who have watched this live stream, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and I hope you guys have a good night. Those of you who are leaving, who are going to be watching other people, and those of you who are going to be seeing me in a couple of minutes, I'll see you then. See you later, guys. Peace out.